Hello, folks. Welcome back to our channel. And today I'm going to be reviewing the very last episode of the second season of Medium called Twice Upon a Time. Twice Upon a Time, indeed. The episode was directed by Ronald L. Schwarry and written by Renee Echeverria. The episode was aired on May 22nd, 2006. Wow. So this is the final episode of the second season. And man, was it good. It was excellent. It was a great episode. I loved it so much, man. So in this episode, it opens. Where do I start? Let's start at the beginning. So basically, this episode opens up with Allison being with her grandmother. And basically, there's that very peaceful music that opens up with the episode, with this opening scene. I loved this so much, and this music, the song keeps recurring throughout the episode. It keeps being repeated, and I loved it so much. It's so peaceful and soothing, and it's absolutely beautiful. So basically, Allison is with her grandmother, and her grandmother has fallen asleep. So she has some kind of a vision of Allison, and Allison tells her about her life, about her family, about her daughters, her husband. And basically, it's starting to pour outside, right? It's going to rain very hard. And basically, I'm pretty sure that Allison's grandmother left something she forgot about, a pie in the oven, or did she leave the stove on? Something like that. I'm not sure. I don't remember very well. But basically, she has to wake up in time to prevent a fire from basically breaking out and for something awful to happen. But then Allison basically originally was able to stop it, but she ended up getting burned as a result of that, and she kept a scar. She's going to be keeping a scar for the rest of her life, and basically her grandmother can stop it from happening. But so she kind of does, and the scar that she was supposed to get might, never turn up, never, because she might never burn herself as she is supposed to. So this is basically it. Then Allison wakes back up in the real world with her husband Joe and her daughters, and basically her daughter has to go to school early to work on a friend of hers on a presentation. If I'm not mistaken, a presentation that is 1/3 of her grade. But she let her know at the last minute, so Allison is going to need to make some last minute plans in order to be able to help her with that, and to get her to school early if she wants. But then if she's gonna, basically it's gonna happen, she's gonna take the girl to school and so on, then she's gonna go to the district attorney, and the district attorney and her have been working on a case for a while that has to do with an immigrant from South America, and basically, apparently she was lured to the country, she was lured to the country by someone who basically abused her and took advantage of her and who might have killed her. He's the accused. He's the one who's being tried for a murder. And basically, they've been working on this case for a while. But Ariel forgot her notes in the car or something like that. So Allison is going to be missing. The district attorney's opening statements. So the district attorney is pretty much on his own in court, and there, as he's accusing this man of having killed this young woman from this country, from South America, a very unpleasant surprise for him is going to show up in court, and this whole thing is going to have very bad consequences for the whole office. So basically, as Allison meets him later on that day, she learns that because of that, he might lose his job, because of that unpleasant surprise that kind of messed up everything he worked for. Along with Allison, he's going to lose his job, and so will Allison, since she's working for him. And that is so bad for all of them. So basically, they are to have no more. They have to have no more. They can't keep in touch anymore. They have to have no, they shouldn't contact each other anymore. They shouldn't talk to each other anymore. They should have no kind of relationship ever. So basically, forever now. Basically, no more, nothing. They can't contact each other. They can do anything with one another. Their working relationship has come to an end. So Allison goes home very distressed and distraught about it. And her husband is wondering what the heck is going on. Reporters are basically trying to get her, trying to catch a glimpse of the family. Somebody's been calling on the phone for hours. The phone has been ringing up the hook for all day long. And basically Allison goes to bed not knowing what the hell is going on. And how could they mess up this way? And she's pretty upset about it. She's pretty distressed about it, and sad, and horrified, and terrified about what her future might be like because of that one mistake. And this is how she wakes up in a totally different setting, with a totally different husband, who's kind of a stranger to us, but basically he's a husband. She's a successful attorney, according to Wikipedia. She's a lawyer, and that's how she would have lived her life had she been a lawyer, right? So this episode is basically about her, about another life of hers that she would have lived had she not made the choices she made in life in the past. So basically, she's working with Larry Watt, who's the defense attorney in the show. And basically, yeah, this is pretty much how it goes. But then she's having dreams about the man who's being accused, the man who's being tried of having killed this woman he lured into the country. He lured to North America, to the United States, and to end up getting her killed. Basically, she's having dreams about that. And she's pretty much the same old Allison we know her to be. So she's gonna turn to her husband for help, for emotional support. But he kind of shuts her down. He doesn't want to be bothered. He's about to close a deal. He's working hard. He's not supportive at all. He's a mean jerk, big jerk. And basically, in this episode, Allison is going to meet Joe, who's basically a mathematician. Yeah, he's working pretty much. He's the same old Joe too, working, and basically he wrote a book, and Allison is going to be reading his book, and basically he's a famous mathematician. He's a mathematician. He's working in that line of work in math, and mathematics is pretty much his bread and butter. Pretty much like the old Joe, as I mentioned, was working for that company. But basically, this is how she's introduced to him, and then their paths are gonna cross again, and the both of them are in love with one another. The both of them are in love with one another, and they're gonna end up meeting again. She's gonna track him down to his house, and the two of them are gonna share. They're gonna exchange a kiss in the rain, pretty much. And this is how she's gonna know that the two of them. This is how we're gonna know that the two of them were meant to be together since always. No matter where this happens, even though they're worlds apart, it doesn't matter. Allison and Joe are the couple that is always meant to be. And love knows no boundaries. And yeah, that's pretty much it. What the heart wants, the heart usually gets. So this is basically it. And then Allison is gonna wake up again, and later on she's gonna try and fix the mess that could have been prevented from happening. And the episode is gonna end at some point where Allison is gonna be with her grandmother once again. And there's going to be something, but I don't want to spoil the episode in any shape or form. But basically, it's about choices and her life, Allison's life. And Allison is very happy with her life as it is, and she wouldn't change anything for the world. So there's an awesome message there about being grateful of your life and not wanting it to be any other way around. Not wanting it to be any other way. And be grateful with what you have. Also, this episode was excellent for Allison and Joe to fall in love again, even though they're from complete opposite worlds. They're from excuse me. They're from completely separate. They're living separate lives. They're not exactly in the same line of work. They're from worlds apart, yet they come to meet each other and fall in love all over again. That was awesome. I love this episode. The case in this episode was pretty good, and it plays out well as it goes on in the episode. That was awesome too. So let me talk to you about the characters in this episode. So we have the main ones. I'm not going to spend too much time on them. But then we have David James Elliott as Johnny Dunham. Ellen Geer as Grandma. Yeah, Grandma, who's played by Ellen Geer, was awesome. Ellen Geer is an awesome actress. Really loved her work. Connor O'Farrell as Larry Watt. The character you love to hate. Tina D. Joseph as Linda Novi. Peter Wingfield as Sean Redburn, who was the accused, the guy being tried. Darlene T. J. Rowe as Imelda. Christina Sousa as Bettina. Moira Price as Judge. David Jan as associate, and Madison Carabillo as Marie. The associate was the associate, the guy working with Johnny Dunham, who's a jerk as a character. But the actor, who's named David James Elliott, was pretty great in this episode, but the character is a total jerk. So yeah, what more can I say about this episode? Loved it so much. So if I were to rate this episode on a scale from 1 to 10, I'd give it a 10 out of 10. Awesome, perfect rating. Excellent episode. Loved having those two falling in love with one another one more time. The music was beautiful, and that keeps repeating. The music at the beginning, at the end, in the middle. The music that actually stands for love, I believe, was beautiful and so well done, and it felt awesome to have it being played over and over and over again. But yeah, I love this episode so much. Everything was awesome about this episode. So yeah, 10 out of 10 for this episode. A perfect way to end the second season on a big bang. Loved it. 10 out of 10 for this episode. So this is the end of the second season. That was the season finale. Loved this second season more than the first one. So if I were to rate this season on a scale from 1 to 10, I think I would give it an 8.5 out of 10. Loved it so much. Definitely better than the first season. Stepped up its game, even better. More gruesome, more scary, more character involved. But yeah, the best is yet to come in my opinion. So stay tuned for season 3, God willing, soon. And I loved reviewing the second season. I loved rewatching it, and I can't wait for another season, God willing. That's it for this rating. 10 out of 10 for the this final episode of the second season. In the meantime, folks, 10 out of 10. So, perfect rating, 10 out of 10 for this episode. In the meantime, folks, see you soon. I'll see you on the next review for another episode. God willing, the first episode of the third season. In the meantime, take care, goodbye, and and see you later. This whole channel for you, signing off.